Salvete omnes, this is I'm Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek. And this is it. We are at the Ultima weapon. Wait, wrong game. We are at the final weapon. The final stage of the final weapon, to be exact. So I suppose that would be like final squared. But yeah, this is the last level in the game. Time for a rematch with the Mavericks and facing off against Big Bad Sigma. Get some health refills if you need them. Seems my sub-tanks are already full, though. Yeah, the one on the right doesn't look like it should be full. There's that one little pixel there, but it's full. And boss rematch time. I don't remember off the top of my head what order these guys are in, but... let's just go left to right. And now, of course, I'll be using their weaknesses, since it's the second time around. Rematch. Web Spider, eh? And he is weak to the Twin Slasher. Well, it took way longer to switch through those weapons than it should have. Apparently I should have pressed the other shoulder button. Whoa! Ow! Whoa! I think I just cut his web. Mind you, just because I'm fully powered up doesn't mean I don't have to dodge those webs. Twin Slasher actually doesn't seem to do all that much damage to him. But hey, it works. Okay, into phase 2. And we can still shoot him. And since the Twin Slasher goes down as well as up, we can shoot the little spiders that he throws out. Die, spawn of Arachne, or something. Back to the main room, 7 more to go, and yeah, that health capsule and weapon capsule respawn every time. Not that you should need the weapon one unless you've been using charge shots, or just completely missed the helmet part, which is a bad idea. But whatever. Next we have... Cyber Peacock. And he's weak to the soul body. There we go. See, that's what you gotta do if you don't have the helmet part. Try to hit him twice with the same hologram. Since, as I said before, you don't get enough shots with it to completely deplete his health bar. It's only one shot each time. Not that that matters, since, well, infinite weapon energy, and I almost beat him without taking damage. But yeah, he kinda gets stunned by his weakness, so makes it a lot easier. That's an interesting facial expression he has upon death. I never noticed that before. It's like, what the? That's not fair, you can't do that to me. Okay. 2 down, 6 to go. Actually, I think most of the harder ones are on the right side, so... yeah, we'll see how this goes. I have 3 extra lives. Jet Stingray. There are certain bosses in this game that are absolutely crippled by their weakness. Jet Stingray is one of them. Unless, of course, I have trouble switching through weapons again. It stuns him, so pretty much. Oh. Oh, unless, of course, I screw up using it on him. Forgot that he comes down on the same side. Yeah, once you get into a rhythm, pretty much, jump up, use the Frost Tower, rinse and repeat. I mean, this guy has some serious Spark Mandrill syndrome going on, which is the X-Series equivalent of Toadman syndrome, essentially. Well, not quite the same thing, really, because that depends on his weakness. Toadman doesn't. Yes, this is the entire fight if you have Frost Tower. And of course I also have infinite weapon energy for it, so... yeah. Jet Stingray, you're pathetic. At least you are when you're hit with your weakness. Like I said, if you don't do like I did and screw up the pattern, then that, I mean, it's a joke. It's just a joke. For our fourth boss, we have Split Mushroom? Yeah. And he also is pretty crippled by his weakness. It shocks him. It shocks the heck out of him. And you have just enough shots to defeat him if you don't have the helmet part, so make him count. I'll just keep doing this over and over again. Zappy, zappy, spaz, spaz, and then jump to the other wall. Well, zaps backward is spaz. So... have some candy! Have some debilitating electric death. Yeah. Just as easy as Jet Stingray was, if not more so. And he's down after 12 shots of Lightning Web. I believe the bosses in this game have 40 HP each, but I'm not sure. Well, that's half of them. 4 down, 4 to go. And yeah, I didn't need that health refill, because, well, see for yourself. Time for boss number 5, and it is... Slash Beast. And he's not... you know what, I'm just going to use the menu this time. He's not as crippled by... hey, I forgot you have to confirm it in this game. He's not as crippled by his weakness as the past 2 bosses were. Problem is, using it on him tends to make him do that dash attack a lot more. You were not supposed to do that. Yeah. Slash Beast isn't necessarily a pushover with his weakness. It does do more damage to him, and seems to prevent him from doing some of his attacks. You might notice it clipped his toenails. I'm not actually sure what effect that has, but yeah, he's not going to be foot slashing anyone anytime soon. So that's 5 down, 3 to go. Who do we have left? Magma Dragoon, Storm Owl, and Frost Walrus. And speaking of Frost Walrus, he's actually kind of a pain to hit with his weakness because of how little horizontal range it has. Okay, Rising Fire. Yep. It melts his tusks off and makes him look silly. And slide along the ground. Like I said, though, the problem is you can't hit him with it as often as you could just a regular buster shot, because like it goes almost entirely up, and you have to be standing right next to him in order to hit him with the fireball. Like, close enough that you almost take damage. Oh, and then he does this attack, which doesn't seem to be preventable, but I guess that's the only one that's not. All his other attacks seem to be completely disabled by hitting him with the fire. He also looks kind of stupid when he dies. Alright, so now we're left with the 2 hardest bosses in the game. Well, hardest Mavericks in the game, at least. And for the 7th refight, we have Storm Owl. He is weak to Cyber Peacock's weapon, the aiming laser. Let's hope we have good aim. Makes him look interesting when you hit him with it, though. Problem is, you have to be kind of quick, because the whole cursor thing means he can kind of sneak in. Seemed to do quite a lot of damage to him, though, compared to most of the previous weaknesses. Yeah, how many shots was that? 8? I wasn't counting. 7, 8, something like that. Of course, Zero's version is Cyber Peacock's weapon. You don't have nearly enough ammo to completely take Cyber Peacock down, or Storm Owl down to 0 health. And with only one boss left, we know who that is. Magma Dragoon, the traitor. And he is difficult to fight as Zero even the second time around, because he doesn't really have a weakness as Zero. Like I said, the attack you get from Web Spider does the most damage to him, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage to him. And it's slow. Magma Dragoon is fast. Not a good combination. But the double Cyclone seems to work decently, as long as you can keep hitting him with it. He can still land some lucky hits like he just did with me, but I guess a double Cyclone might break his AI a little more than I thought it did, but yeah. He doesn't like the wind strike thing. I wonder if that's a reference to Street Fighter at all, if, I don't know, some guy had some wind or air themed attack that beat some guy with a fire themed attack, or if it's just basic Mega Man elemental weakness logic. I don't know. But the point is, now that yellow portal in the middle is active, and no prizes for guessing where it leads. No enemies in this hallway, but what's this? Sigma. This is amusing. It really is, X. You're Sigma. Hehehe. My plan to keep Reckless Force and the Maverick Hunters at each other's throats worked perfectly. Double did a good job as a spy. Why, you... Reckless Force... I scrolled through the text too fast. Fools this time. Now all that's left is to destroy Earth with the very weapon they made. No, I'll never let you do that. Try hard, X. Your life depends on it. X rushing to the final section of the final stage of the final weapon. So yeah, in this game Sigma is dressed up as a Grim Reaper for whatever reason. You get a full life and weapon recharge there, and for this first form, yeah, of course he has multiple forms. He's Sigma. We want the Fireball weapon. This goes no matter which, it goes for both characters, so...
Are you ready for your final journey?
I don't know about final, but this first form of Sigma is pretty easy. All you really have to do is stand under him, use the Fireball, rinse and repeat. But keep in mind that after every third time he appears, you have to go to the wall and jump and dash over him. But really, you should never get hit in this part if you know what's coming. Now, if you fireball him during that slash attack he does, I think he counterattacks, but I guess I'm not sure. Now for round 2... Hehehe, you are very good, X, but not for long. You won't be able to evade this attack! He doesn't really seem to have a weakness for the second part. Ow, that was dumb. Now, basically, you want that scythe of his to hit the wall and not the floor. If it hits the floor, you're in trouble, because he'll do an attack that's rather hard to dodge, if not impossible. If it hits the wall, he just does that, which is much easier to deal with. Then just jump onto the wall behind Sigma and profit. Yeah, this phase of Sigma isn't too bad either, actually. Ow, yeah, even if you Taking a hit there is better than letting that thing hit the floor. Trust me. And we beat the second form. But guess what? There's a third. Yeah, this is one of the games where the boss has 3 forms. Admittedly, the first 2 are really easy, but all that does is make it even more tedious to get to the third. And there's a weapon energy capsule, but we can't get it because I can't move forward. Now Sigma is this thing. Ha 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 ha! Feel my incredible power! Drown in the empty vastness of space!
Are you ready for your final journey?
You already said that! Yeah, this is where it gets hard. There are basically 3 things Sigma does at this point. Whoa! And he alternates. He'll either do this, or he's ahead on the floor, or he'll have those 3 colored heads out, and depending on... and one of the 3 will attack, and then he'll go to this form. You want to hit him in the head. Boom, headshot. Colored heads again. Now this is... the blue head's attack is the easiest to dodge by far. Just pretty much jump over it like I just did. Probably want to stand in the middle of the room for this part. Because he can suck junk, or he can blow it. And it's already sub-tank time. Zero actually doesn't have too much trouble with this boss. Okay, now we have the red head, and it shoots fireballs like that. Not too difficult to dodge, at least easier than the yellow head's attacks. Actually, Zero even seems to do more damage. Redhead again? Heroes prefer redheads. That head's attacks are a pain. Ah, red one again. Oh, that almost ended very badly. And giant thing. Man, that plasma shot is really supposed to do more damage than that. Ow. That wasn't an inconvenient location. Yeah, keep shooting, Sigma. I can get lots of hits on you there. And blue head. Good. Like I said, the yellow head is the one that's a pain to deal with. And he's sucking again. But then Sigma always sucks. Blue head again, good. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, blue head again. I'm going to need to use another sub-tank here shortly. Okay, this thing still has way too much health left. Oh great, yellow head. But it seems that my dodge was successful, so... yeah, when he says the end, he does that kind of sweeping attack. So... and time for a head on the floor again. Yeah, see, it's easier to deal with when he blows the junk instead of sucking it. I really hope I don't die. None of his attacks can do that much damage to X, can they? Looks like this form is almost out of health, though. There we go. Yeah, Sigma gets 2 life bars, too, since he has separate life bars for that form and this one. Oh, crap. Oh, sub-tank. Like I said, if he has a weakness, I don't know it. And heads again. Colored heads. Also, no, damaging the colored heads doesn't do anything to Sigma. think I shot too early there. Hey, that was some good damage. Oh, yellow again. Ow. That one's kind of hard to dodge. Okay, blue. Yeah, this is a long fight. Long. Probably just want to dodge here and get behind the blue head and... Okay, yellow. Sigma's life bar's almost gone, but so is mine. And I'm out of sub-tanks. Let's make this count. Phew! That was way too close. Look at X's health meter. But I beat him. On my first try, even. And inexplicably, this form reappears. Hehehe. What's so funny? Why are you laughing when I just killed you? This weapon is aimed straight at Earth already. No one can stop it now! Ha 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 ha! Goodbye, X! Annoying alarm noise. Man, let's get the heck out of here. But what's this? It's the General! General! The weapon can be stopped with my body. But then many of my men have died. As their leader, I must leave with them. X, please forgive our foolishness. Well, at least he has a bit of sense in his head. General! So, the General bravely performs self-sacrifice in order to stop the final weapon from destroying everything. Also, I just noticed that thing kind of looks like a Rafflesia. And X escapes the fireball. And wherever the heck that spaceship came from. But whatever. Oh hey, the Colonel's still alive. Or is this a flashback? Okay, never mind. Flashback, yeah.
This is Maverick Hunter Headquarters.
Zero.
It's good to see you're safe, X. I was really worried about you.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry. It's all over. Go home and rest. You've earned it.
But Zero! What if I become one of the Mavericks?
Don't ask such a silly question. I'm breaking contact now.
Wait, Zero! I'm serious! Zero, if I become a Maverick, have to take care of me.
Don't be ridiculous. Now hurry on back.
Foreshadowing, perhaps?
Zero.
Also, X sounds rather like a girl. But that's more or less par for the course, I suppose. And roll credits. Now, I was going to save my endgame commentary for after this, but considering how long this video is already... Anyway, that is Mega Man X4, people. I'd say it's by far the best designed of the PlayStation 1 Mega Man X games. Still not sure if I like it more or less than Mega Man X6, but... doesn't matter. And... I'm actually gonna be out of school in 3 weeks, so... These 3 weeks might be the last, but they'll be pretty busy and stressful, so... Yeah, I do have more projects planned, but I can pretty much guarantee that I won't start my next one until after graduation. What will that be? Well, you'll have to see. Of course, that's assuming I'm not playing other video games during that time too much. I do have several in mind that I'd like to get, including Gianna Sisters, Scribblenauts, and Mega Man ZX. Yeah, my DS game collection will grow by a bit in that time. Despite the fact that I don't actually have a DS. Well, I probably wouldn't have a 3DS right now if it didn't have backward compatibility. Though I don't really have too many new games in mind to get. Though, admittedly, I am getting an Ouya. And if you don't know what that is, well, you should check it out. Look it up. O-U-Y-A is how that's spelled. It only costs $100 for the entire console, and it has lots of games that are free to play, and it costs money for the full version, or demos, or, well, whatever. I mean, check it out. I don't know, it could be a nice breath of fresh air, I think, for the industry. I mean, I don't want to say I have absolutely no faith in the video game industry right now, but it seems like lately I've been getting more and more convinced that maybe indie gaming is the way to go. I mean, I have a Wii U, and it's done little during the time I've had it, except pretty much sit in my room and collect dust. Quite literally. I don't know why and how things in my room get so darn dusty, but I've given up trying to clean them off every time. The point is, though, we are done with this game, and that is perfect timing, it seems. Thank you for playing. Oh, you're very welcome, Capcom. If only you were as cool now as you were back in the 90s. Where's my Mega Man X9? Presented by Capcom, yes, we know. Nice peaceful credits music. Also, why hasn't the final weapon blown up yet? Or something. Oh, I'm supposed to press a button. The battle has ended. Yet somehow X doesn't feel quite right. What caused all those robots to turn into mavericks? Will it happen to me someday? Has X just realized his tragic destiny? It appears that X will have to solve this mystery one day. Soon. Soon, my friends, soon. As far as my thoughts on Mega Man X4, well, I covered most of it. I mean, I like the game. I think it's a very solid title. But I do have to admit that that final boss is rather tedious. Though that's par for the course for Mega Man X games, I suppose. Wait, am I getting a demo here? No, I just want to stay on the title screen here. There's also the whole thing where pretty much the entire plot of this game was caused by one guy having seemingly absolutely no common sense or forethought, or, it seems, self-preservation instinct. I mean, Sigma might be a complete psychopath, but I'm not terribly sorry that Colonel got the crap blown out of him either. Clearly these people have never studied military history, especially not World War II, and especially not the end of World War II. Or they'd know not to make the same mistake. But whatever. I don't play video games for the plot, and I especially don't play Mega Man X games for the plot. Or Mega Man games in general, I guess. Though, considering how much darker the X series than the original series, I mean, just look at this game. Even in the intro stage alone, how many innocent people died? I mean, geez. It's not hard to see why Roa Mithril doesn't like the X series. But that's more or less about all I have to say about this one. I hope you enjoyed the videos, watching the game and all. And I hope you'll be there for my next project. So, without further ado, I will see you next time.